Hi, everybody. As you can see, I am a bit under the weather, but actually, I am much better now than I was the past few days. So, I haven't done the Nine of Diamonds video yet, but I will do it tomorrow, hopefully. A few days ago, I put up a poll for you guys to vote which video you want to see first. And you guys voted this video interview with the psychic that I posted. So that was the first one. And the second in popularity was the video with the Nine of Diamonds. Hi, Alfie. So I'm going to post that hopefully tomorrow. And then the third video will be the video about the sign of Aries. So Mercury just went direct a few hours ago, and I just wanted to, quickly talk about that and ask if you have had weird Mercury retrograde experiences, because people like to obsess on Mercury retrograde. But I have to say I didn't have unpleasant experiences, except for me being, a little under the weather, but that has nothing to do with Mercury. And Mercury is actually in Pisces, so it's Rashi aspecting, it's manifesting my natal Mercury, which is the 11th house lord. So yeah, it was not bad for me at all. From that point of view, from the 11th house point of view. Thank you, ZZ, for appreciating the videos. So I just wanted to say that, Mercury retrograde, from my personal experience, is not a bad thing. For instance, that video with the psychic that I uploaded, for some reason, I had to redo the subtitles 3 times. But then when I did it the last time, I was very happy because it was much better than the first time. So Mercury retrograde kind of prevents you from being in a hurry and just wants to make sure that you refine things and you do more quality work. Hi, Luis. Hi, Scott. So yeah, and what else did I want to tell you guys? Yeah, if we look at the planets right now with this Mercury direct, we have a pretty picture. We have Venus exalted, we have the Sun exalted, we have Saturn in its own sign, Jupiter in its own sign. Yeah, so also, I've just gone over a lot of things, I think. That's what I've been doing, and I've been thinking about things because, I also personally have a Neptune transit, and these outer planets are pretty sneaky. In Vedic astrology, they don't really use the outer planets, but I have a background in Western astrology. I don't know if you guys know, but I started actually with Western astrology, like more seriously from 2012, 2013. So I learned all about these outer planets, and I also like to apply it because they can give some important changes. So you guys, I'm gonna pull a card for you. Alfie, I'm gonna pull a card for you. So let's see. Alfie. The card for you is 8 of Spades reverse. So you kind of feel stuck, you feel like, okay, you're kind of working on yourself, but you feel a bit stuck. Yes, in the cards of truth, we use the outer planets, ZZ. Okay, ZZ, I'm gonna pull a card for you as well. It's a reverse Jack of Diamonds. So, like you promoting something, promoting something that maybe you don't fully believe in, or somebody in your life approaching you, trying to sell you something. that is not really that good. I hope it gets better, Alfie. What is your name, Alfie? Luis, I'm gonna pull a card for you as well. Okay, that's the 10 of spades. So, Luis, that's the rewards with the effort you put in improving your health, your body health, your psychological health. I knew that you were like on a diet and some exercise and doing some things for your health. So it shows that you're reaping those rewards of doing a lot of effort. Hi, Bozy Dozy. I'm gonna pull a card for you as well, since we're here. A Two of Clubs reverse, like connecting to an education that's not really, it's something unclear, like you want to educate yourself on something, but it's still something confusing. So there is some confusion on your part on connecting to an idea, to an education. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Alfie. Yeah, so... Oh, your name is actually Alfie. That's a really nice name. Yeah, well, the card did show that you were feeling stuck. But you know, today Mercury was stationary for a while. I mean, before it went retrograde. And those couple of days when Mercury is stationary, it's also a good time for introspection, because the mind, actually the intellect, which is Mercury, gets kind of stilled. So it's more a time for the intuitiveness and like feeling rather than just thinking and analyzing. So that, monkey mind that's so necessary in our daily lives gets a little shut down. Okay, let me pull Alfie, a past, present, future regarding your house. Okay, the past is you were kind of lazy about making a choice. That's the past. It's a reverse Queen of Clubs. The present, this card came again. The present is the Eight of Spades reverse. So you're like feeling stuck in your own skin. And in the near future, the Queen of the Queen of Diamonds reverse. So this kind of shows a tendency to abuse a little your power and your influence. Or it can be a woman. It can be a woman that's like the Queen of Diamonds. So it can be a woman that's a fair-haired, or like a manager of some sort that's not being so nice. I'm sorry, Alfie. Sorry that you're feeling like that. I'm sure. I mean, it is just a house, but it is important. I can understand. So, what is your ascendant, Alfie? Tell me what your ascendant sign is. Taurus ascendant. Okay, so if you're a Taurus ascendant, then let's see. Yeah. You have Moon, Saturn, South Node in the 5th house right now transiting. The 4th Lord is Venus. No, the 4th Lord is Saturn, so that makes sense. How is that Saturn the 4th Lord? It's not the 4th Lord. I'm sorry. I'm still retrograde. Okay. Your 4th Lord is the Sun. And the Moon, Saturn, Pluto, and South Node are transiting your 9th house. So the Sun is exalted. Your 4th Lord is exalted. That's pretty nice. Are you thinking of finding something else? Are you looking for another house, or you're just stuck on this? ZZ, I use Vedic principles with tropical signs. So the tropical are the same as in Western astrology, the tropical, the signs, okay? I don't subtract 23 degrees. Sarahi, I'm going to pull a card for you. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay, Sarahi, this is the mother card. So something to do with you as a mother, as being a caring person, you know, nourishing and warm, or something to do about your mother, like something positive. Luis, yes, I am under the weather. You know, I had laryngitis like a couple of weeks ago, and instead of like relaxing and properly recuperating, I've just been, you know, overworking, and then my cold came back with a vengeance. So now I'm behind with my readings, which I have to get onto after I finish this live stream. Hi, Sonia, how are you? Okay, you have your moon in Sagittarius, Alfie, North Node in Pisces. Okay, with the North Node in Pisces, it's a lesson because you have to be more, you know, more open to the unknown. You have the South Node in Virgo, so you always want to know your next step, to plan too much. So maybe with the North Node in Pisces, you have to be more open to not planning and just being surprised by what the future brings. Oh, your friend is interested in past life regression. That's nice. I can do a past life reading for her. Resonant. Okay, Scott. Should someone with a combust Venus marry someone else with a combust Venus? Well, if they are magnetically attracted into this relationship, you know, it's not just about the combust Venus, but when Venus is combust, you know, it's under the sun's rays, so some aspect of that Venus is burnt, it's purified, so maybe their expectations of romance are different than the real life. So I don't think that you can say that that's a factor for denying marriage, just having a combust Venus. If they were attracted to each other, I'm sure they have other things. Okay, so Sonia says, Mercury retro has its way with me. First, my brakes got replaced. Then the very next day, my water pump on the truck. Wow. Okay, so your brakes and then the water pump. So some watery trouble. Some, interesting. When was that? Sonia, was it recently or like in the beginning? Yesterday. It makes sense because the moon was in Capricorn. You know, the moon is the waters, because you talk about the water pump. Yeah, so the moon is the water element, and it was with Saturn and South Node and Pluto, so it was really getting a bashing, you know. So, but that doesn't mean that for everyone that would happen, but you have probably some other trigger transit in your chart that caused that. What about Venus, ZZ? What's your name, ZZ? I like to call you ZZ or Z. Yeah. Zita. I like that name. Where are you from, Zita? Okay, you guys, I also have to say I have like a few decks of cards of truth left on the bottom of my box, and I just want to, you know, I'm going to give another deck away at the new moon. That's going to be next week. So if you guys want to participate in the drawing for a limited edition cards of truth deck, you can, you know, just say below in the comments, I want to participate in the drawing for the cards of truth deck. Yeah, I want to really like finish with this deck because I told you I'm working on another deck, so I want to make space in my head for that. South Africa, living in USA. Wonderful, Zita. You're waiting on yours. Yeah, I know. Sometimes, it gets very fast. So, for instance, I sent the cards to the UK and they got there in 3 days. And for other people, like after a week, they haven't got them. So I don't know. I can't calculate how the postal system works. I'm offering standard shipping. It's not, express. So it can take a while if the post is busier for some reason. What's your name, Blessed? I want to know who I'm talking to with my nasal voice. Ho, ho, ho. Zita, what is your ascendant? I'm just curious. What's your name, Blessed? I want to identify you. Because I know like what people I send the cards to, so... Yeah. Okay, so you have a Capricorn rising, Zita. Okay, intense. You have the nice Pluto transit on your ascendant. Pluto, Saturn, South Node. Oh, Eva. Oh, yeah. I'll see you on Sunday with the card class as well. Yes. Okay, in Vedic astrology, what can indicate a singer? Well, you have to have your self factors, which is either the Atma Karaka, the soul planet, which is the planet with the highest number of degrees in the chart, connected to the sun, because the sun is the singer. It's like the king of the band. The sun is also, song. It has to be connected to the second cusp too, because the second, relates to the second sign of Taurus, which is the vocal cords, and it's also like innate skills. And it also has to, like the sun has to connect to the moon also for music, because the moon is music. Do you want to be a singer, Sarahi? Yes, Scorpio rising sister, Sonia, Scorpio rising power. And I've well, I have the South Node in the second, and I'm not a singer. Okay, you have the Sun conjunct Venus. Venus is good for connecting that singing to entertainment. If you don't have that Venus connection, you can be, more like a background singer, a choir singer. Venus brings in more the entertainment factor. Yeah, with Sun and Venus, I'm sure you're an entertainer. You're very sociable. Probably. 9 of clubs in the cards of truth. That's what I am. Okay, so you're 9 of club person. Just 1 second. 9 of clubs, 9 of clubs. Okay, yesterday was a 9 of clubs day. So your path is a 6 of diamonds. Interesting. That's like validation from the world for your concrete skills. And it's also a path of intuitiveness. The 6 of diamonds is a very intuitive card. But the kingdom you are building is a 9 of spades, so it's more a solitary kingdom. And you're attracted to people that are very intellectual. And you're also attracted, to being in an inspiring home, Zita. It doesn't matter if your sun is debilitated. Cardi B has the sun in Libra and she's super successful. It doesn't matter. My daughter also has the sun in Libra with the moon and she has a great voice. because that sun in Libra can be supported. It can be delighted by aspect, by Mars, by Jupiter, by other things. So don't be afraid, if you don't have the sun exalted or anything. Libra is a good sign for entertainment. Okay, you have Venus and Sun in the second house. Well, whenever the Sun is in the second house, I notice the voice is a little raspy, but then Venus would also make it, beautiful, because, Venus is a feminine planet, so you have a combination voice, I guess. My daughter is 6 years old. Yeah, Sarahi, so don't worry about that. If the sun is debilitated, it would give like other difficulties, maybe with the minerals in your body. Maybe you had some mineral problem, your bones, something with your teeth or something like that. But also that doesn't have to be if the sun gets delight from other things. So yeah, you have to look at the yogas for success, and the avashtas, you look how you feel about that success or lack of success, because you can have success and feel shitty about it if you have bad avashtas, or you can not have success and still feel good if you have no like success yogas, but you have good avashtas and you feel satisfied anyway. Yeah, I have my hands full, I have to say. That's true. Mhm. You have second cusp in is Gemini, but I have to see what's influencing that cusp, like what by planetary aspect. Yeah, if my assumption is correct, and his ascendant is that uh your second house cusp is Gemini. Gemini it's a male sign, but Gemini in Vedic astrology, Gemini is the only sign that has a musical instrument in it, because in Vedic astrology it's a woman with a lute and a man holding a club. So it's the only sign of all the signs that has something musical, like a musical instrument in it. And also, I did my musician study. I checked out the 375 charts of musicians, and I saw that most of them in the Navamsha, they had Gemini Swamsha. So Gemini is a good sign for musicians. Sarahi, I have to see your chart. I have to see what's influencing. I don't know what happened to him, Luis. What happened to Jordan Peterson? I really am cut off from that news. I'm curious now. Let me Google it. Like, what happened to Jordan Peterson? Oh my God, you guys, I have to tell you, I'm a fan of Drag Race and drag queens and RuPaul and Michelle Visage. And a couple of weeks ago, Michelle Visage and RuPaul have a podcast. It's called What's the Tea? And Michelle Visage says at some point, there's this girl on YouTube. She's an astrologer and a card reader, and she's adorable. And she made this compatibility video, and it's right. Like what she says, it's right. So I was so happy that for a few seconds, like they knew who I was and they liked my video about them, because I admire them very much. So I was like, oh yeah, my 11th house. Oh my God. Playing a musical instrument will strengthen your Mercury. Well, you definitely need to play a musical instrument. You would need a good third house, because the third house is like skills that you have to work on. The second house is talent that you're born with, but the third house is like practicing an instrument, practicing. So you would need like a strong third house. Malefics in the third house are good, because this is like endurance, like playing an instrument, practicing it. It requires endurance. If you have Mars in the third, even Rahu, it's good. It helps. Oh my God, his fellowship at Cambridge was rescinded. The internet is going mad. Ooh. Interesting. I didn't know that about Jordan Peterson. Oh my god. I guess he's having a tough transit. Maybe if he is Cancer ascendant, like I said, he's having this Pluto transit in his seventh house, and the seventh house is the public. So he would have some, some downs with the public. What about the South Node, Sonia? Hi, Emily. Oh, thank you about the video of Madeline. Yeah, I was just like scratching the surface a little bit there. Oh, I really hope she gets found. Yeah. When the Mercury is on the midheaven, well, it shows that your professional life, Mercury is the good manager. Mercury is also the detective. Mercury always is the investigator, always finds solutions. So the way you are seen in the public is very mercurial. Probably you have the ability to change more jobs, because Mercury also likes the change, likes to taste, likes to try a lot of things. So that can have something to do with it. Okay, you have Rahu Moon in the second house. Yes, Rahu Moon in the second. I guess you also have a nice voice, a fascinating voice, because Rahu Moon, yeah, it would give an interesting voice. Mm. Yeah, I'm sure he's a little bit into astrology, because Jeffree Star is a Scorpio sun. So, Scorpio is very interested in these occult things. Yes, Zita, I use an Avamsha chart, especially to look at, career factors. I use it, of course. I think it's the Varga that I use most, besides the Rashi. You guys, I'm gonna stay only 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna go. So if you want to tell me something, do it now. But I'll see you guys anyway next week, because I'm gonna do another, like a new moon video where I give away a deck of cards, because I wanna, finish them so I can start a new pack. So one lucky subscriber will get a card deck also. Moon in Cancer in the third house. Is it waxing or waning? Yes, it was a live pop-up for sure. Waning, yes, because malefics do well in in Upachaya houses, and the third house is an Upachaya house. It increases with time, so I would say it's good. The moon connected to the third house is good. Like what, I have to look at your self factors as well, if that's connected to the moon. So I would say yes. Like, what instrument are you into, Sarahi? Okay, this is the last thing. Sarahi, tell me what instrument you're into. I loved chatting with you guys. I just thought piano. I swear, I was just having like a flash of piano. So that's good. Good for you. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go now. Enjoy this Mercury direct, and don't be scared by any transits. Just live your life the best you can. That's what I'm gonna leave you with. Okay, so bye. I'll talk to you later next week. Bye bye.